Hello YouTube buddies, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, and we left it here guys, if you will remember. And I think that today guys we are going to do the where the heart is, the goblet quest. So as you can see, here is the icon where the NPC is to hand the quest in, and that is what we are going to do today guys. Remember on the last episode we took this shield and that little dagger, and I don't think that we will be using that, but there you go, it is what it is. Now where the heart is an important quest because basically it is housing, and I'll show you in a second. And here's our auctions and all that kind of thing, so you have a good read if you like. I'm not going to, and we are going just to go through in a second through the door. Now to proceed with the quest where the heart is the goblet, you may visit any residential ward within the goblet. Okay, now housing in this game works with wards, and you will see in a second when we go in. Okay, so we spoke to this guy here, Momoraji, and now we need to get in here. This is housing, and of course you can actually read all of it if you want. If you are playing along, you know, you can actually read it as you go. If not, I'll go slowly. You can stop the video if you like, and then have a good read of it. This can be really cool, but by the time I played, it was so many people had housing, it was almost impossible to get one. But I don't know how that is now. So you can go to a specific ward, or you can go to nothing and then you don't go through it. Let's go to a specific ward and just click anything. I mean, you have plots in here. You see all these people have houses and all that. So first ward, select, and yes, and go in. Well, there you go. Now that graphics are pretty impressive, guys. You need to admit that. Right, we need to speak to a flame recruit. Let's speak to him. And I'm going to go ahead and carry on clicking next, or just clicking for that matter. And speak with the flame recruit is done now. And what we need to do next? Well, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah, it is pretty much it. I'm going to very quick use this Ethernet shard, and of course you can actually go within the goblet, go anywhere to see houses and all that kind of thing. So let's quit that one, okay? And of course I think if you want to do some or buy a house eventually, I will do a guide anyway to show you how the housing works in this game, which is pretty impressive. And I think that you require a level, I can't really remember the top of my head, but you need to be certain level to be able to get a house in here, and some other things as well. So I think it's time to get out. Leave residential district. So that is another nice touch this game has as well, apart of being an awesome MMORPG with awesome, beautiful graphics. And the storyline is really nice if you follow it. You know, you can additionally have housing as well, which apparently works really well as well. So there you go. Right, let's hand in this quest as well. Where the heart is. Let's do it and see what happens next, shall we? I like these guys, how serious they are, and you know how much into their job of guarding the door. It really is cool. Really is really lovely. Right, let's do it. Okay, so you have returned. Tell me, what have you learned of the auctions? Well, not much, because we did it really fast, so there you go. And as always, you have a good read. I'm not going to, and we are going to complete it and get 132 gil, which we definitely need. And as you can see now, we have access to the Goblet Ethernet, a network fast travel thingy. So there you go. The residential district Ethernet for the goblet can be accessed through the Uldan Aetheryte. Okay, so if you go to the Aetheryte, you can actually basically it's the network that we already know to travel from one point to another one. So that was the quest. It's done. And I'm going to show you something else, guys. Not only you have all these quests that you can do on the housing and all that, additionally, you have this blue item here. It's called Fates, and I'm going to explain real fast. Fate is short for full active time events. There are mini events that you will find as you go all over the place. There are so many, look, 1, 2, 3. There are lots of them. Now, these public quests occur periodically in real time around Eurzea, and anyone can participate by simply showing up before one ends. So that's what that means. Well, you will see lots of people doing it. Sometimes, you know, you may be, or you may don't have luck enough that, you know, you are alone, but you still can solo it, guys. Don't think that if you see one and you want to do that, you can actually, you don't need anybody, but mostly people are there doing it. So the only thing that you need to do is just show up and start killing things, and will count towards your progression as well. They have a timing, meaning that if you don't go there within that time in the countdown, that will disappear, and then you have to wait for that thing to respawn as well. And what you need to do here, well, it tells you needles to slay. So it's for level 5s. That's what you need to do as well. Okay. Now, when you sense a fate nearby, a message will appear on your screen, and the location will be displayed on your maps, as I said, as you can see now, okay? Now, the type of fate in progress can be identified by its map icon. Mousing over the icon will display the fate title, okay? So you can see here, Needles to Slay, and that's for a level 10, I believe in there, yeah, and for a level 9. This is a really good way of leveling. If you get fed up of doing quests, just go around doing this thing, you will level real fast. Very, very nice, guys, very nice, okay? You will automatically join the fate the moment you cross the event threshold, meaning the perimeter, that line along that icon, that's the perimeter, that blue circle. Once you cross that threshold, you are already active in that fate, okay? I hope that makes sense as well. Now, if you are several levels higher than the recommended level, a level sync button will appear in your duty list. Press the button to automatically lower your level so that you may participate and receive rewards. So what that means, well, if you are really high level and this is only for level 5, you have the option to click the sync button, and then you will be matched up with the level of the fate. Does that make sense, guys? I hope it does, okay? So let's kill this thing, shall we, real quick before finishing. And look at that. Okay. Anybody else? Oh, there's another one there. Right, there's another one around. Oh, it's all gone. There's another one there. Now, if you are following these same spells that I have, let me explain real quick what it's all about. Your main quests are going to be Blizzard and Fire, and then you have the transpose to actually switch between them whilst one of them is active. And what I mean with that? Oh, that's the fate reward. We just completed it. We failed it actually, but there you go. You can see here. This is what we got: 7 gil and this is the reward. Okay, once a fate is complete, a window detailing your reward will be displayed, as we just saw a minute ago. Rewards are distributed to all event participants and are based not only on success but on individual contributions, meaning that the more you contribute towards that fate, the better the reward. That is really, really cool as well. Now, you will get these medals as well. The more active you are in completing event objectives, the greater your contribution will be deemed. That is really cool as well. I think, guys, that, you know, when people said, oh, you know, it's too boring or whatever, or not enough things to do. What the hell are you talking about, dude? There's so many things to do in this game. It's unbelievable. But going back to the spells, now with Blizzard, every time that I activate Blizzard, my MP will regenerate, because every time I use fire, my MP will disappear, will be wasted. So to recover the MP, I need to use transpose to switch to Blizzard to recover the MP. I hope that makes sense as well, guys. I don't want it to be too confusing. But there you go. We are in another fate, because as you can see, we are inside the threshold, and sometimes that will happen to you. You are wandering around the world, and certainly one of the fates will just respond where you are, and you automatically part of that fate. If you don't want to contribute, simply just get out of that threshold and you are out of that fate. I hope this makes sense, guys. I really hope it does, because it's not easy to understand to begin with. But if you don't understand anything I said, please leave me a comment if you are really interested in this game, and I will be more than happy to help you all along. Okay, so there you go. We are going to leave it here. Please comment, subscribe and like, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, take great care.